Do you know which tank has the longest kill record in history? British Challenger tank created the longest tank kill record in history. Challenger tanks from the British military created the highest killing record in the Gulf Battle in 1991. We are in 2021 now. We have observed several battles and evolving modern technologies in the past 30 years worldwide in defense. Despite all these points, the 1991 record still exists untouched. The past of the British military is full of adventures. They have a history of creating records like the Toronto Harbor bomber attack by Swordfish, Dunkirk evacuation during World War II, and many more. During the ground battle with Iraq's powerful battalion, it was undoubtedly the British Challenger tank that helped in the freedom of Kuwait. When Kuwait was fighting for its liberation, Challenger tanks were appointed in Saudi Arabia to liberate Kuwait. However, tanks were in large numbers of 221, but military analysts and the Defense Ministry were not very sure about the performance of tanks. The Iran-Iraq War had portrayed Iraq as a superior and experienced battalion in a tank versus tank battle. Iraqi soldiers' efficiency and their records were creating doubt about Challenger tank performance. British Challenger 1 records the longest tank kill in history. The reason for this trust issue on the British Challenger tank was its performance and undesirable results in 1990. Commander and crew members of the British Army were very frustrated about its poor performance and reliability at the time. It was not only the worst-case scenario. Challenger tank participated in a trophy competition organized by the Canadian Army. The result was shameful. It finished last. However, the Defense Ministry explained some key highlight points and reasons why the Challenger tank could not perform well. Defamation still existed for a long time, and hence crew members were disappointed. Since then, the Challenger tank had to prove its efficiency to the world. Performance during Kuwait liberation. It proved to be pure gold during 100 hours of surface combat. It proved everyone wrong in terms of doubt on its reliability. Challenger created new service records. The dedication and hard work of the crews who maintained Challenger has paid off. Who knew 3 days of battle would be a decade of the world record? Challenger destroyed more than 200 Iraqi tanks. It proved its superiority by destroying a massive number of tanks, captured soft vehicles with uncountable armors. Challenger created the longest tank kill in history. During the battle with Iraq, the Challenger proved its worth, and there was no doubt remaining in anyone's head about its performance. Only doubt clearance was not the goal. Challenger tank had to create history for the longest single shot. This shot was performed from an extended range of 3 miles, which is roughly more than 5,000 meters. It is the longest tank kill in the past military operation. The date of the 26th of February 1991 witnessed the longest head-to-head attack of any tank in history. Iraqi tank was destroyed and pierced in this attack by Challenger. The belief of Armed Force Minister over Challenger. When the Challenger tank performed poorly in the Canadian Army Trophy, state ministers backed it with their statement in Challenger's support. The Minister of Armed Battalions said artificial competition and its position could not be the true test of capability. After 4 years of the previous statement, in 1991, this tank got a golden opportunity to prove its actual worth in a real battleground. This was not an artificially created circumstance. This longest tank kill was also the long-range tank-to-tank kill in history. Earlier, a record was reported in 1944, which was 4,500 meters long. Modern technologies have lenses and evolving equipment. Still, it's tough to accurately hit a target situated at 5 kilometers if it's unguided. Challenger Tank 2 by British military. Every legend has a time-bound age, so for Challenger 1, the British military has successfully developed the successor of record-making Challenger 1. In the series of the primary battle tank, it is a third-generation British tank. Challenger is deployed in the service of armies of Oman and the United Kingdom. British manufacturer Vickers Defence System developed the Challenger 2. It took almost 1 year in production, and delivery was made in July of 1994. British military deployed these tanks after replacing earlier tanks in 1998. The final unit delivery was made in 2002. Its top-class striking capability made it the best tank in the world at the time. Defense analysts consider it the most powerful tank. It is expected that Challenger 2 would exist in operations and services till 2035. Ending note about British Challenger tank. We did a deep analysis of the glorious history of the Challenger tank, ups and downs in its operations and performances. Finally, the Challenger British tank set the longest tank kill record in history, which is seen as a pride event for the British military and superiority of British tanks. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe the channel and share the video.